What's up, YouTube? Revive here, and today I'm proud to share my first official review featuring Elden Ring Nightreign. Please, let me know what you think in the comments below, and review the review. Let me know if there's anything I missed, I'm sure there is. And with that, let's get into it. FromSoft is back, and no, they haven't made the game any easier. Elden Ring Nightreign takes the open world formula that they nailed in the original and drags it into even darker territory. Literally. You're dropped into a ruined land where the night reigns over all. Monsters crawl out of nightmares, and everyone's cardio is on point. But beneath the doom and gloom is a game full of brilliant combat, urgent decision making, and some of the best boss fights the series has ever seen. But, is Nightreign a worthy game to add to your collection? Let's find out. Nightreign takes place in the lands between, but it tells a much more personal story. The game plot follows the Nightfares, 8 warriors chosen to stop the rise of the Night Lord and push back the spreading darkness. While there is a central storyline, it's not as prominent as it is in the original Elden Ring. Instead, the game shifts focus to the original arcs of each Nightfare, and that's where the narrative really shines. You'll learn about their pasts and motivations through remembrances, which are found in the Round Table Hold. These aren't just lore dumps, they're character-driven stories that give real weight to each Nightfare's journey. It's more about the people fighting the war than the war itself. And while the game shares a world with Elden Ring, this is a different time, a different struggle, and a mostly separate story. You won't need to memorize a wall of cosmic lore this time, just pay attention to the people at the heart of it. If you've played Elden Ring, you'll feel right at home. Nightreign sticks close to the core formula. Movement, combat, all feel familiar for the most part, almost one-to-one with the base game, but there are a few key additions that shake things up just enough. First off, there's a new dash mechanic that speeds up traversal and gives the combat a bit more zip. You can now double jump when near vertical surfaces, and even clamber over obstacles, which makes exploration a little bit more fluid. It's not the smoothest system in the world, and you'll probably have a few "why didn't I grab that" moments. But overall, these additions are welcome and do modernize the Souls formula quite a bit. It's still a tough, methodical experience at its core, but with just enough agility to keep you moving, and occasionally yelling at the wall. Nightreign borrows heavily from Elden Ring's visual DNA, reusing many of the same assets, world elements, and signature painterly styles. The environments are still gorgeous in that muted, dreamlike way. From mossy ruins to hazy skies, it all looks familiar at first. But this isn't just a reskin. Nightreign leans harder into a darker, more sinister tone. The world feels eerie, almost like Elden Ring after midnight. Familiar spaces slowly twist into something strange and unsettling, playing into the theme of the corrupted timelines and forgotten histories. Visual design also reflects the faster gameplay. You've got super sprinting, fall damage is mostly out the window, and vertical movement is emphasized, so the environments are built to feel more open, more scalable, and a bit more surreal. There are standout visuals too, like the reimagined Round Table Hold, now acting as a calm hub for each chaotic night. Add in ghostly effects, glowing vines, and lantern-lit ruins, and you've got an atmosphere that's rich, immersive, and designed to reward repeat playthroughs. The more you look, the weirder and cooler it gets. And as for the original soundtracks, Nightreign's is nothing short of amazing, arguably some of FromSoft's best work. The main theme sets a haunting tone right from the title screen, while the boss tracks like Caligos and Libras are dramatic, memorable, and elevate the already intense encounters. The hub theme, the shrouded Round Table Hold, stands out with its somber, nostalgic vibe, perfectly contrasting the chaos of each expedition. It's not just background music, it's emotional storytelling through sound. Even if the digital art book feels like an afterthought, the soundtrack more than makes up for it, firmly placing Nightreign's score among the greats in FromSoft's legacy. Limvelden Nightreign feels instantly familiar, essentially a darker, slightly warped take on Limgrave. Not a knock, just the reality. What sets it apart is its added verticality and a few scattered caves to poke around in. Though you'll want to move with purpose, linger too long and the night will consume you. As far as performance goes, Nightreign mostly delivers. I do find the wall jumping and clambering to be a bit inconsistent at times, but overall it's a terrific way to navigate the land of Linveld. Now, Nightreign has its share of rough edges, especially when it comes to technical consistencies. Bosses occasionally don't drop rewards, a frustrating omission in a fast-paced, run-based game. The lock-on system feels unreliable, particularly with characters like Iron Eye, where prioritizing targets or even selecting them at all becomes a fight in itself. Reviving teammates can be wonky, sometimes triggering defeat screens when the revive succeeds, which has cost entire runs. There are rare but bizarre bugs too, like unkillable immortality loops or bosses freezing mid-fight, sometimes gifting free wins, sometimes breaking progression. While often amusing, these issues can undermine the experience, especially in co-op runs. Lastly, being dropped off the map by the spectral Hawk Tua right from the get is no good. All that said, Nightreign actually surprised me with just how replayable it is. I expected to shelf it after I got the platinum, but I kept coming back. Each run feels fresh and satisfying, never slipping into chore territory. Expeditions are tight, taking 35 to 50 minutes, making it perfect for Souls fans to scratch the itch without a massive time sink. And at a lower price point than typical FromSoft titles, it offers solid value. That said, it's not without major flaws. The lack of crossplay in 2025 is baffling to me. It's the most common complaint I hear about, and a serious barrier for co-op play. Then there's the brutal runbacks to the Night Lords, especially when you repeatedly get wrecked by the same flying jellyfish over and over. Oh my god, why do we gotta die in our sleep? We just want nunites without damage. It's easily the worst boss return trek in any Souls game. A sparring feature with boss practice and customizable NPC teammates would go a long way here, especially paired with a way to train parries using different enemy types in the sparring grounds. There's a huge potential for refining the experience, and I hope FromSoft leans into that. So for my final verdict, Elden Ring isn't just a DLC disguised as a game, it's FromSoftware at their most distilled. While it borrows the skeleton of the base game, it cuts the fat and throws you into a tighter, nastier loop where every run counts and every failure teaches. The combat is faster, the world is meaner, and the bosses are just as soul-crushing, but it's not without its cracks though. The lack of crossplay in 2025 is embarrassing. The bugs, ranging from comical to infuriating, need serious patching, and the long runbacks to retry bosses are the kind of punishment even Souls vets would call excessive. Still, none of that stopped me from diving back in run after run. Nightreign isn't perfect, but it is captivating. It may frustrate, it may break, but like all great FromSoft games, it leaves a mark. So my rating, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to say it's a must-play. It's brilliant in its core design, flawed in execution, but impossible to put down. So what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there something that I missed? Something that I should have emphasized a bit more? Should the review have been longer? Should it have been shorter? Let me know in the comments below. I'll read every single one of them, I promise. And with that said, here's a word from our sponsor.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now my dad's going to play Minecraft with me.